Good morning, friends. Welcome to Adda 24/7. We are in Achievers MCQ series for BFM, and today's topic is objective questions on currency buying and selling. Very important topic. Currency buying. See here, there are various types of buying rates. We'll be discussing each one of them. So follow this video till the end. Okay. Firstly, I would suggest download Adda 24/7 app. Okay. Now, one thing which I had given for homework. That homework was when the economy is moving up or down in the period of transition, what type of yield curve would you find? Yesterday was very important topic on yield curve. Kindly follow that yield curve topic also. Okay. So when the economy is moving from, it's in the transition phase. Transition means what? It was in depression earlier. Now it has gone to growth, or it has grown. It was in the boom period earlier. Now it has gone to depression. So in such cases, when the economy shifts its gear, at that time, which type of yield curve which we'll see? Normal one, or flat one, or inverted one, or camel hump. So the answer over here, many of you have given it correctly also, but those who have not given up till now, you can definitely answer now also. So what can be the answer? It will be, whenever it's a transition, it will be definitely a camel hump curve. Why? See here, I have taught all the four types of yield curves which are occurring in the normal economy. Okay, so kindly follow that curve. Importantly, I'll tell you, see this. Camel hump means it's like this. This is the hump. So when it is in the transition phase, first it is growing immediately, and then in the long run it is going into recession. So this is known as camel hump. Okay, normal yield curve, flat yield curve, inverted, these are separate types of yield curves which we have already discussed yesterday. Okay, the quotation $1 equals to 44.4050. It's called as what? Average rate, indirect rate, direct rate, and cross rate. So what do you say, guys? It is called as average or indirect or direct or cross. Okay, let me think, let you think. Here dollar is kept constant. So when dollar is kept constant, it is called as what? Okay, I'll just give you one hint. Cross rate is over and average rate is over. So the answer is either indirect or direct. So what can be the answer over here? When dollar is kept constant, look at the focus on whatever I am telling you. The important part is dollar is constant over here. When dollar is constant, remember it is called as, yes, correct. It is called as direct. We in India follow the direct rate system. In direct, $1 equals to 44 rupees. Here, local currency is fluctuating and dollar is kept constant. So that is called as direct rate. Okay. Then what is the indirect rate? Indirect rate, I'll give you a simple example. 1 GBP equals to, let's say, $1.1. Now it's lessened. Okay. Earlier it was 1.5. Now it is 1.1. Even it has come down to 1 also. It will go down. Okay. So here dollar is fluctuating and GBP is constant. Remember, you will say, how is it fluctuating? How do I know whether this is fluctuating? See here, remember one simple logic. Whichever is to the left is always constant. Left is always constant. Left means the dollar. Okay, I am talking about the dollar rates and currency rates. Whatever is to the left will always be constant, right? So the answer is direct rate. Got it, everyone? Now let me show you, the topic is currency buying, right? So let me show you which are the four rates as I told you. So which are the four rates? Let's see each one. So which one are the four rates? See this: TT, TC, cash, and bill. These are the four main rates used in overall economy. Throughout world forex markets. Okay. So what is TT? TT is basically telegraphic transfer. Telegraphic means what? Whenever I receive the money online, okay, wire. See this, wire transfer. Whenever I receive the money online, it is TT. TC means what? Traveler's checks. They are almost reduced now. Means there are very few traveler's checks are being used. Very few countries use it, because traveler checks is, what is the traveler checks? Traveler checks is simple. Traveler check means it's like the DD which we got. Do we have DDs now? How many of you use DDs now? Tell me. How many of you have issued DDs, or how many customers do come for DDs? Only few. Which government? Some governments still require some agencies of government. They have not some agencies. I am not saying all. Very few. So they are not as much graduated up till now. So that's why they require DD. Same logic over here. TCS is like the DD only, demand draft. So nobody uses DDs now. So it's almost gone. Okay. Traveler checks rates, but there are separate rates which you get it in your banks also. Up till now also you get it. Cash. Cash means what? Normal cash. Dollars. Okay. If I am having the notes of dollars, how will I use it? Okay. Means how will I basically exchange it? That's the basic point over here. I'll give you cash dollars and you will give me rupees. So that rate is called as cash rate. And last but important rate is bill rate. This is the most important rate in foreign currency, and this will be used everywhere in the world. All the exporters, all the importers, they'll always use this bill rate. Bill rate means what? It's a forward rate. Forward rate means what? Is here. All these three rates, here I am doing the transactions immediately. Immediately means what? Immediately in cash or in ready or in spot. Okay. Mainly cash and ready only we deal in over here. Okay. Only in TT we deal many a times in spot. Okay. Spot means what? Okay. Let me come back to that also. What is cash? What is spot? What is ready? See here. Cash means same day settlement. Okay. Settlement. I'll write it over here. Settlement. Okay. Because these words are important for you. Settlement same day. Same day. That is called as cash. Okay. Cash, or somebody calls it ready also. Huh? Cash or ready. Then next is Tom. Tom means what? Settlement on next working day. See this, next working day. Remember, working day. If it's a holiday, it's not considered as a working day. Okay. Next working day. Spot means what? Spot means, now look at this. Next. I'll call it next. N. Should I call it NN or on the full right? Should I write it full? Next. Or some books call it second working day. Everything is okay. Second working. So it can be either next or second working day. Now after this comes forward rate. Forward means here we are talking of this bill rate. Bill rate means basically forward rate. Here any transaction after, see here everywhere it's settlement. Settlement. When settlement takes place after second working day, means it will be starting from after second. Look at this, the word is after second, it's not on second. Okay. So whenever the transaction takes place and the transaction is being done after second day, means from the third day. Whenever it is done like this, it is called as forward rate. And remember now, this bill rate is basically used over there. So here it's risk involved. Means suppose if I promise you I'll be giving you dollars after 1 month. So what will be the dollar rate? Do you know the rates? Then what will be the interest cost involved in it? So definitely there is a risk involved in it. So that's why this bill rate is always considered as a riskier rate. Risk. Therefore we have this forward rates, then forward margins. Everything over here is attached to bill rate only. You won't find forward margins or this basically forward margins only. You won't find this forward margins attached to cash, TC and TTs. You'll always find it attached to bill rate. Okay. So the point over here is you need to understand these 4 rates. Okay. So TCs are gone almost, but now look at this. Each one of these rates will have the two parts. One is buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Everyone will have the same thing. And how is this buy sell used? So this buy sell is used. Suppose if I give you dollars, okay. So I'm giving dollars. Dollars are going out. So that is a sell for me. But for you it is buy. So understand this. For one party it is always buy and second party it's always sell. Okay. So this bill rate, this I'll only focus mainly on bill rates and this cash rate, because cash and TT. Okay. Because these two will be the main rates which you will be getting it in your exams. Okay. So whenever this for exporter sends goods, okay, then what happens? The dollars come in. So when the dollars come in, it is buy for the bank. Okay. So they come into the customer and this customer will sell the dollars to the bank, and then the bank will give him rupees. Okay, so got it first everyone? Dollar gives out, then sell, then import. Okay, in import what happens? Dollars are going out. Okay, so here dollar comes in export. So that's why India is always focusing on exports. We must always focus on exports so that dollars come in. Okay, let's move on now to the questions. When nostro account of a bank is credited before the payment to the tenderer of the foreign exchange, which of the following rates will be applied? Now what do you mean by this? Before the rate. Here I'll give you simple example. Let's call this is SBI. I always give the example of SBI because that's a common name. Okay, SBI. This SBI is having, let's say, a nostro with Citibank. Okay, see, don't consider this as SBI only. It can be any bank. It's just an example. So suppose SBI is having nostro account with Citibank. Nostro. Okay, nostro means what? It's a dollar account. Okay, when SBI maintains account with Citibank, that's called as nostro for SBI, but for Citi it's called as vostro. Okay, so we won't fall into that trap now. Okay, so coming back, see this, SBI is having a customer. That customer is to be given some funds. Let's say this is Mr. A, okay, or Mrs. A. I'm not gender biased over here. I'll call him Mr. or Mrs. anyone, because even females do a huge business now. We should always never be biased about any gender now. Okay, coming back, so SBI, this is A, and I have to give this funds to A. Now what is the point over here? This A has sold something to somebody, Mr. B or Mr. Firm B. Okay, he has sold something to B. Now when A has sold something to B, B will give the dollars to over here. When the B will give the dollars over here, when B will give dollars over here, what will happen? Now the only question is whether the dollars are credited first or dollars are credited later. Means if SBI gives the funds first, rupees to this customer, here it will give rupees to this customer. Okay, so if SBI will give rupees to this customer first, this is transaction number 1. Okay, and this is transaction number 2. This guy will credit later, then it's a different party. But here what is the question? When the fund nostro account of the bank is credited before, so here it is given that the transaction is happening like this over here. Let me come to this problem only, typical. Okay, one sec. So in this case what is happening? See this, here it is happening with that the transaction number 1 is which? Who can tell me? B's transaction is number 1 or A's transaction is number 1? Who can tell me? Bank is credited, nostro is credited before the payment. So which is number 1 transaction? B is number 1 or A is number 1? Who can tell me fast? It is correct. It is, this is number 1. So B is crediting first. Then Citibank is sending these dollars to SBI. Okay, and then what is happening? This SBI means SBI won't get it. It's in the customer's account. So a customer will sell the dollars to SBI and SBI will give him rupees. Okay, so in that case, when this transaction is done first and this transaction is done second, so is SBI carrying any risk over here? Any risk? No risk. Why? Because this SBI has already got the dollars in its account. It's just exchanging those dollars and giving it to this person. So in that case, if there is no risk involved, so firstly tell me, will the bank apply bill rates from here? Okay, what did I tell you over here? In bill we always use the risk forward transactions, but here is there any risk involved? No. So if there is no risk involved, then B and D are out. Okay, only A and C remain. TT buying, TT selling. Now what? TT buying or TT selling? How do I know? Is it buying or selling? So understand one thing now. Dollars are coming in. Somebody is giving the dollars. So it is basically buy. What did I tell you? It's an export transaction. So it is buy. So the answer will be what? Who can give me the answer? Is it A or C? Type fast. A or C? A or C? A or C? A or C? Yes. It is A. Correct. TT buying. Got it? Now second one. Now similar one. Now this is quite simple. Okay. City I'll call it. Then SBI. Right. This is SBI. This is Mr. A. Not Mr. Sorry. Firm A. Okay. And this is firm B. Okay. From USA. Now look at the case. The case is credited later, when the nostro account of the bank is credited later than the payment to the tenderer of the foreign exchange. Which of the following rates will be used? So here tell me, this transaction, B's transaction is first or A's transaction is first? So credited later, so nostro is credited later. First, what is SBI doing? SBI is parting with the funds, giving rupees to this customer without nostro being credited. So here it's a risk involved, right? So 2 number is B and A is for first number. So here once it is risk involved, we'll definitely use the bill rate. Okay, so TT is out in this case. Now tell me whether it's bill buying or bill selling. Who can give me the answer? Bill buying or bill selling? Fast, 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 fast. Yes, it is bill buying or selling. Selling. How can it be selling? It is buying. Why buying? Because let it be before or after. Let this be transaction number 1 or transaction number 2, whatever it may be. But after all, the transaction is export transaction, isn't it? It's an export. So in export, we always use the buying rate. So we'll be using bill buying rate. Understand this? Got it, everyone? Keep the logic very clear. Whenever you are doing an export transaction, you would always use the buying rate. Let it be TT or bill. Okay. Whenever you are doing a forward transaction, always use bill rate. Okay. Clear? Now before going ahead, see this, download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app you will be getting the premium study material, current affairs, job alerts, live classes, ebooks, tests, okay, everything you are getting. So join, download this app ASAP, okay. Also subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel you will be getting 2 things. Number 1, latest updates on JIB and CIB, and number 2, the free YouTube series. Right now what are you watching? You're watching the same thing. So like this on all the subjects you will be getting. So subscribe to it, click on the bell icon immediately. Okay, let's move on. When there is outward remittance and handling of import bills is involved, which of the following rates will be applied? Oh, what is this? Outward remittance and what? Import bills. So import means what? Who can give me? First logic, keep it very simple. First here, the options available are what? TT bill, buying, buying, selling, selling. So divide this problem into 2 parts. First, should I use buying or selling? That's the important part. So it is what? Import. Import means what? What did I tell you just now? Export is, who can give me? Export is dollar. Buying or selling? Export is what? Buying, right? And import is selling, right? So import is selling over here. So firstly, remove all the buying rates. That is out. That is out. So now TT selling, TT bill buying, and bill selling. Now which one? TT or bill? Okay. Wow, what is it mentioned? When there is outward remittance and handling of the import bills is involved, which of the following rates will be applied? So import bills is involved. Bills. Bills means what? Bill of exchange. Bills means bill of exchange. So when bill of exchange is involved, the name itself is giving you that it's bill. So if it's bill, then use bill, right? So the answer is bill selling rate. You'll always use, whenever you are using import bills, you'll always use the bill selling rate. Got it? When there is sale of foreign exchange, but import bills are not handled, which rate will be applied? Now what is this? When will I be doing the sale of foreign exchange without import bills? Sale of foreign exchange means dollars going out. If dollars are going out and bills are not handled, means what? I'll give you a simple example. Some father wants to transfer the funds. Father wants to transfer the funds to his daughter in USA. USA daughter. Okay, so that is a normal transaction without being any import, without any handling of any bill of exchange. Okay, or some daughter in USA, she started working. Now she wants to transfer the funds to her father in India. So that will also not involve any bill of exchange. So in that case also it is without bill. So all the retail transactions are generally without bill. Okay. So when there is a sale in foreign exchange but import bills are not handled, then which rate will be applied? Clean selling rate, check selling rate, TT selling rate, bill selling rate. Bills are not handled, so bill is out. What is this clean selling rate? There is nothing called as clean selling rate. Okay, it is just a word given. Okay, check selling rate. Is there any check selling rate? Yes, there is a TC, traveler's check selling rate. That you can call this, but that is separately called as TC selling rate. It's not called as check selling rate. Okay, so TC selling rate. So this is also out. And what is remaining now? TT selling rate. Only one answer. So TT selling rate will be applied over here. How many of you have got it correct? How many of you have got it correct? Just type yes in the comment section if you have understood it. If you have got it correct, type yes in the comment section, everyone. Now one for your homework. A banking company can acquire the shares in a company as pledge, mortgagee, assignee, etc. subject to which of the following ceilings? Means, if I am the bank and I want to acquire your company, why will I acquire your company? Because you have taken a loan and you have not repaid me. So in that case, or else my second arm, I am a bank and I want to acquire some new company. It can happen. Why can't I acquire it? So up to what limit can I acquire? Not exceeding 30% of the capital of the bank or 30% of the capital of the company, whichever is higher. Not exceeding 30% of the reserves of the bank or 30% of the capital of the company, whichever is lower. Not exceeding 30% of the paid up capital and reserves of the bank or 30% of the capital of the company, whichever is lower. And last one, 30% of the capital of the company. So get the answer. Check it yourself. Search on the Google, search in your books. You'll definitely get the answer. I'll answer it tomorrow. Okay. Now this batch, it is already starting. Today only it started. Okay. 6 a.m. it has started. ABM has started. Join it ASAP. In this batch, we are covering all the numericals, objective questions, case studies. It's selection batch. Okay. All the details we are covering for all the 4 compulsory subjects: ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL. So you join it ASAP. Okay, 80% off is going on. Double validity on Mahapacks. What are Mahapacks? I'll tell you advantages of Mahapacks. Remember, in Mahapack, what do you get? Firstly, you get 15 plus batches. I'll show you over there. Okay, let's go live. Okay, and secondly, importantly, for electives also, understand this. For electives, you are getting the recorded videos, which are very important. This is very important. Electives. Okay, you get it in Mahapack only, you don't get it in the batch. Okay, that's why buy the Mahapacks, because electives are important, right? So how to get this discount? 80% off. Use the code Y432. How to use this code? Let me show you. Let's go to Adda 24/7 live. Okay, let me go to Adda 24/7 live. Let me see. Let me show you live over there. Okay, yeah. One sec. Let's go. If you're having the app, I would suggest go on the app. In the app, what happens? You're getting 1% extra. Okay, 1% extra is a big amount, isn't it? Go for it. Okay, let me show. Say this. Go to Adda 24/7. Right now we are over here. Say this. In Adda 24/7, what do you do? Join to. Say this. Click on first JIB and CIB over here. JIB and CIB. Once clicked over here, look at this. Click on JIB, CIB, Mahapack you are seeing, CIB 23 you are seeing, JIB 23 you are seeing. Click on CIB 23. Okay. Then click on this batch. Look at this batch. Okay. March 24th. Click over here. You'll get the details of the batch. Details means all the details. What are the dates? What are the timings? How many days in a week? Everything you'll be getting it over here. Okay. Recorded sessions are available 24/7. So this is very important. If you miss out on any class, you can definitely get back to those classes later. 2 interactive classes. Okay, 2 interactive means you can ask the questions there and then itself. Ebooks are available, tests are available. What all do you need? Okay, okay, just click on view offers. Look at this. Y432. Never forget this. Y432. Click on apply. Now look at this. 23,999 reduces to 4,799. Such a huge discount you are getting, 80% off, right? And in the app 1% extra. Okay, let me show you Mahapacks also. What is a Mahapack? See this. Let me show you live Mahapack, because Mahapack is one of the best things. Click on JIB CIB Mahapack. In JIB CIB Mahapack, see this. Once you click on it, you get it CIB ka Mahapack. Click on CIB ka Mahapack. Okay. Now look at this, the details. 15 plus batches for all the 4 subjects. Case study batches are available. Video courses are available. Then topic wise question banks, recorded videos, and importantly I'll tell you, you'll get in Mahapack the electives also. Electives recorded videos are available, so you can go for this electives also. Okay, now how to use this discount code again? See this 35996, use click on view offers, put the code Y432, click on apply. Look at this, 35996 reduces to 7199. Such a huge discount you are getting, 7199. My god. Okay, so use this offer, go for it immediately. Why? Because the subjects are new, topics are new, you'll be needing a guide, a mentor. Okay, so I'll stop over here. I'll be back tomorrow with another session. Till then, bye, and do join the batches.